started. Please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, let me wish everyone a very happy spiritual evening. So on this beautiful day, beautiful Friday too, in the evening we are here to practice the noble technique of meditation. So we continue to practice the breathing meditation, and I think last week we began the 3rd step of breathing meditation. But for the newcomers, I would like to request to practice the 1st step of breathing meditation. I'll explain, right? So in the 3rd step of breathing meditation, what you are supposed to do is, so please observe the breath, the touch of the breath within the small triangular area. Earlier we were observing the touch of the breath within this big triangular area. Now we are going to observe the breath within this small triangular area. So give your entire attention, give your entire focus, and be very, very patient. Be very, very patient, and keep on observing the touch of the breath within the small triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper lip, within this area, right? So, and meanwhile, keep on being aware about the sensations that arise within that area objectively. Don't do it. So don't hate any sensation. Don't favor any sensation. Just understand according to various kinds of natural reactions, they arise. And after that, what happens? They pass away. This is the nature of all kinds of sensations. So please don't favor. Instead, so keep on being aware about the touch of the breath within the small triangular area. So below the nostrils and above the upper lip. That is for the all students. So keep on observing the breath within the small triangular area. So when it comes and touches, be aware and don't go all the way with the breath just like before. So just stay there, and meanwhile, while staying there, keep on being aware about the sensations that you feel. Sometimes you might feel itching sensation. Maybe that's irritating, but that's fine. So it's a sensation that has arisen. Let it be so. Be aware right now. I am feeling an itching sensation. Don't go and itch. So just let it be so. It will pass away. Right? And then there'll be another kind of sensation, some kind of sensation, coldness, maybe heat, maybe just like twinkling sensation, right? Sometimes heaviness. You will feel heaviness. Sometimes you will feel it as a light thing. So sometimes you will feel light. Let it be so, but just keep on being aware about the touch of the breath. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just keep on being aware about the touch of the breath within the small triangular area. Right? So that's for so all students. For the new students, I would like request to observe, for them to observe the normal breath, natural breath as it is. So when the breath is coming in, observe the breath up to the end of your nostrils. When it goes and touch the end of your nostrils, be aware. Now the breath is going in, breath is coming in, I'm breathing in, and then it touches my, so end of the nostril, right? And then when the breath is going out, please be aware that now, right now, the breath is going out, right? It will touch the end of your nostrils and will go outside. So when it is coming in, be aware. When it is going out, be aware. If it is long, if it is short, if it is gross, if it is soft, let it be so. Keep on being aware about the current phenomenon, current situation of your breath. Don't go to imagine. Don't go to so fabricate something. And just keep on being aware about the normal, natural breath that you experience right now. Okay. So that is for the new students. So like that, please practice. And today I want to remind you that you have to be grateful for all your days. Each and every day, you have to be grateful. That's one thing that I want you to remember. So for each and every day, you have to be grateful for the day. Grateful that you got that day. So since you kept your health well, you concerned about your health well, and since you have done a lot of good karmas, you have this day. So be thankful towards your good karmas. Be thankful about your mindfulness, and at the same time, so always being grateful. Spend the day in a meaningful way. So during the day, please try to do at least one good thing which can bring benefits for the other people. Most of the things that you will do, they'll benefit you. But do at least one thing that can bring a smile on the other people's faces, right? And so while you are living, live that day mindful. Right? Be grateful for the things that you have. You might not have the things that Bill Gates so Mark Zuckerberg or so who else? There are so many. So they have, but you have enough. If you have food on your table that you can have for 3 meals, if you have the whole 3 meals on your table, you have to be grateful, right? If you have if you are comfortable enough to live, so for the people that you associate in your life, that you have around you, so you have to be grateful towards them. So be grateful towards all of them, all those things that you have, and be content. So it doesn't mean you should not try to achieve certain other things, but first of all, you have to be contented with the things that you have today. Right? Be happy that you could achieve this stage, and determine that you will move forward patiently, step by step, little by little. Right? With those thoughts, always live the day. So be grateful for the day, and always do something, at least one thing within a day that can bring a smile on the other people's faces. And be grateful for the things that you already do have with you. With the people, be grateful to them. With the things, be grateful to them. Be grateful to your car, your house. So they don't have life, but practicing gratefulness is a good thing, right? So please practice that and keep on moving forward in life, day by day. And every morning when you wake up, smile to yourself. Say good morning and have a nice day. Right? So always when you greet the other people the same, do it with sincerity. Don't do it just like a robot. Always wish it at the bottom of your heart. Right? By that way, you will be able to share loving kindness within that day too. So these are certain things that you can do to make your day beautiful. But somehow, the first thing that I want to mention you was, the main thing that I wanted to mention you was, be grateful for the day that you do have. Right? Don't worry about the past. It has gone. Yesterday, you can't bring it back. You can live the very same life that you lived yesterday. It's gone. So be grateful for this day and spend it in a way which is effective, which brings you peace, which brings you happiness, and which brings you contentment and no remorse. Okay, so keep that in mind. So with those thoughts, with that thought too, so keep on practicing and don't miss it on any day. Don't miss the morning meditation time. Determine I will meditate in the morning. Determine I'll meditate in the evening. The 15 minutes, I'm not going to let it go. I keep these 15 minutes for myself. I'll practice. Right? With that determination, keep on practicing. Have wonderful days ahead. Okay. Now, today too, on this Friday, we don't let it go without practicing. Today in the evening, we came, and we are now here to practice. I wish that if you are practicing the first step of breathing meditation, may that practice become very successful. If you are practicing the second and third step of breathing meditation, please keep practicing, and may your practice become very successful. Please practice ardently, very ardently, out of love towards yourself. Number one. Then out of love towards the other beings. So with that understanding, please keep on practicing very ardently, giving you everything. So the breath that you experience right now, it won't come again. When it's gone, it's gone. So live with it right now. Be here. Live with it right now. Keep on practicing. Keep on developing inner peace and inner happiness by that way. Right? Now, with those thoughts, with that determination, so everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm and let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax. Take a deep breath. Please let it go. Take another deep breath. Please let it go. Take another deep breath. Please let it go. And let your whole body and mind to calm down. Calm down. First of all, I'm going to pay our respect and gratitude to the Buddha. Then we will start the silent meditation time. Concentrate, please. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vinyacharana Sampanno Sungato Lokavido Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manusanang Buddho Bhagavati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sangtitiko Akaliko Ehi Pasiko Opanayiko Machatang Veditampo Vinyuhiti Supadipangno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Unyupanipangno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipangno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sami Kipatipangno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Atte Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuniyo Pahuniyo Dakiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang Punyakitang Lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive, patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are practicing the first step of breathing meditation, please do so. If you are practicing the third step of breathing meditation, please do so. Give you everything, calm down, and keep on observing the incoming breath and outgoing breath. For the third step practitioners, the touch of the breath within the small triangle area. Whatever the meditation that you practice, may you be very successful. May you be very successful. Please start the meditation right now. Now, with a very calm mind, with a very peaceful mind, let's start practicing loving kindness meditation in brief. If you want to stretch your legs, if they are painful and uncomfortable, you can do so. But for the old students, we request them to stay the same until the end of loving kindness meditation session 2. Let's share our loving kindness. First of all, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself. Now let's share our loving kindness with our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, dear father, my relatives, teachers, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all those people. Now let's think about the people who are in the middle. The people who are neutral, who are neither our friends or who are neither our foes, the enemies. Let's spread our loving kindness towards those neutral people. May all the neutral people also be well. May all the neutral people also be happy. May all the neutral people be very peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards all the neutral people. Now let's share our loving kindness with all the enemies. The enemies, we have to understand, sometimes out of anger, out of jealousy or other evil thoughts, we do wrong actions. But we should not cling to them throughout the life. Instead, understanding the past is past, you have to let it go and forgive for the mistakes that you have done and for the others done. So then let's share our loving kindness with our enemies. May our enemies also be well. May our enemies also be happy. May our enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Now let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the universe. Let them be human beings or inhuman beings, visible or invisible, ugly or beautiful, powerful or weak, whatever the differences that they do have, by body size, by ability, by appearance. Regardless of all those differences, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now everyone, very calmly please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now please join your palms together and please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, now you have started and continuing the third step of breathing meditation too. I understand. So it's not easy. So earlier you were observing a wider area, but since you limited it to a small area, it's not, I understand it's not that much easy. But keep trying. What we want to do is we want to sharpen your attention, your awareness, your sensitivity. So so when we sharpen the pencil, right, we can write well, write clearly. So like that, when we sharpen the sensitivity, the awareness, then later on when we start practicing Vipassana meditation on May, you will be able to do that well. So at that time, you are going to observe the sensations throughout your body, from top to bottom, bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch. You will be instructed step by step. You'll be instructed to observe the sensations. So to observe the sensations and to deal with the sensations, to be aware about the sensations, you need to have a good awareness, good sensitivity. So for that, this third step of breathing meditation is very useful. So please give you everything and keep on practicing. And at the same time, as I mentioned before too, don't favor or hate any sensation that you encounter. Certain sensations might be very soothing, very comfortable, but you have to understand they are also bound to pass away. So whenever you observe such kind of sensation, tell yourself, yes, this is comfortable, but I understand this is bound to pass away too. So here what we are trying to do is we are trying to break the habitual pattern of our mind. So we are never trained ourselves. We don't train ourselves to break the shackles. All the time we run after craving and craving and craving and craving and craving. You always want to feel comfortable. You always want to feel happy, right? But in life, that's not how everything goes. So here, the Buddhi teaches you a Dhamma lesson without words. One thing that it teaches you is, so this is the nature of me. Various kinds of sensations arise and they pass away. It teaches you. And this is not only, this nature is not only limited to this small triangular area. This is the nature of your whole body. There are not billions, not trillions, uncountable number of small, big sensations that arise and pass away, even within the time that I'm talking. Even right now, so many sensations, they arise and pass away, even at this moment. Right? They don't belong to a person called me, I. So they arise because of natural biochemical reactions which are happening inside my body. We only know about the sensations which come up, right? So let's say you feel a comfortable sensation somewhere. So we only know about those sensations, but we don't know about the full story of the other sensations which arise and pass away, which are unknowingly, right? So then it teaches us. It teaches us to keep the mind calm, to keep the mind calm, and at the same time to develop a balanced mind towards all kinds of experiences that we experience inside our body and outside our body, right? So to live equanimously, to live with a balanced mind. But so here you are breaking the shackle and you develop a balanced mind. You have kept the first step to develop a balanced mind in a deeper way. So during the third step of breathing meditation, that's what you are doing. You are sharpening your mind. You make it more sensible, more sensible. You let it, help it to be more aware, and you let it, you let your mind to understand itself objectively, the reality of body and mind as it is, and then it, then at the same time you develop the ability to live a balanced life. You start this within, but later on you will expand this to your daily life. Okay, this is the first step, and so later on it will teach you. It will be a teacher. Your experience will be a teacher to let you know that there may be things that you'll say this is beautiful and this is not beautiful. So there'll be things that people say this is young, this is young and this is old, and this is so there are maybe prejudices like this is a person who is so capable, so powerful, this is a person who is not capable, not powerful, weak, like that. But towards all those people, you will be able to develop compassion. With a balanced mind, you will be able to develop compassion. You will be able to find the common ground among them, about them. What is the common ground? Even though whatever the external things that they have, the inner nature is the same. Let that person be a king or a pauper, the inner nature is the same. All are arising to pass away. Inside the king, inside the pauper, inside the so capable person, incapable person, beautiful person or ugly person. From top to bottom and bottom to top, sensations arise to pass away. We realize that. And we find that then at that ground, that is the real ground, we are all beings made. In that ground, all beings are equal. No one is big, no one is small. So in front of this nature, natural phenomenon, all of us are equal. We realize that. So you are not realizing it not because I said so or Buddha said so. You are realizing this by your own experience, right? You are teaching to your own mind, right? So in other way, your mind has started to realize itself. So there are wrong opinions that we do have about outer things and inner things. So they change because you let the mind to experience and see. You understand? You let the mind to experience and see. I remember once one of my young students, so in the Dhamma school, so this student, he is so stubborn, we can say, use the word stubborn. When he wants to do something, he always wants his way. So with parents, he and his younger sister, they always come to the temple, and then so when you can see we light the incense sticks. So when we light the incense sticks, he wants to touch the place, the area where there is the fire. So mother and father and us, we too, we try to prevent him all the time. We shout and we prevent him from touching it. But whenever we try to do that, so he becomes so stubborn. So, but somehow we control. So this kept on going for several years, not months. One day, so he was around at that time, maybe 4 years, 5 years. At that time, so he wanted to touch this. So then the mother said, Bante, please let him touch. So what he did, he went, and this time nobody prevented him from touching it. He went and touched it. So he felt the fire. He felt the heat. And anymore, he comes, so whenever the parents come, he comes to the temple and he attends the Dhamma school too. After that, no more touching the fire. That sometimes 1,000 words cannot teach you something, but you learn it by your own experience. Here, you have started it. So you let your mind, you don't force your mind. You let your mind to see the fire as fire, the water as water, right? The tree as tree. So like that, you let your mind to see objective. And then opinions change, not by some kind of thinking, because you see it, your opinions change, right? So that's what you have started to practice, right? Maybe what I say this somewhat deep later on when we start Vipassana, I'll teach you in a simple language. So that's what you have started. So to briefing, we have to understand Dhamma is everywhere. But since we don't, it is speaking to us. But since we don't understand the Dhamma, its language, so we don't see that. We don't understand. Whenever you start to understand the Dhamma's language, you start learning about it. That's what I can say, right? So today we are going to start learning, start to develop four kinds of friends within. There are four friends of meditation. So earlier we learned about 5 enemies of meditation. Today we learn about 4 friends of meditation. So to chase away the 5 enemies, we need the help of 4 friends. Let's learn about 4 friends. Number 1, Chanda. So do you know the meaning of Chanda? Chanda means, so it's a Pali word, which is in other Indian languages too. So Chanda means willingness, the will. So number 1 that we should have is, the first friend that we should have is the willingness. If we don't have the willingness to do something, we don't do that. So you need a motivation, right? You should have a willingness to do something. Let it be a thing that you do material, so in your day-to-day life, or let it be a spiritual practice. For both, we need to have this willingness. So how to develop this willingness? Number 1, First of all, you have to be aware what you are going to do. That's number one. So apply these methods in your day-to-day life too. When you do the other things, let's say you study for your college, right? So you take extra classes for a certain subject. So then if not, you do something in your daily life, maybe something small or big. So you have to have these clarities. Number one, what you are going to do. That's number one. Number two, why you are going to do that. What you are going to do, why you are going to do that. Then number three, how you are going to do it. Right? Why, what are you going to do? Why are you going to do that? And how you are going to do that. Right? So these are the three steps to develop a willingness within to do something. Right? Let it be brushing your teeth. Let it be a desire to eat some kind of a food item. You should have this awareness within. So you should not let yourself just to drive because of emotion, right? So you have to involve always your wisdom, right? So this is a way that you can involve your wisdom in your day-to-day life with will. Right? So three clarities: what, why, how. Right? What, why, how. So since we are doing the spiritual practice, I'm not going to talk about the other general things here, the spiritual practice. So we have a clarity what we are doing. We are practicing meditation, and we have to understand there may be many other external benefits that we gain, thousands of external benefits that we gain while practicing this noble meditation technique. But mainly, we practice this meditation to make our mind beautiful, to purify our mind from all the negativity, and to come out of all kinds of negativity and clean with it, and to attain real peace and real happiness. That's why we are doing. But there may be thousands of other benefits that you are going to gain. But mainly you practice because of this. Then, then what you are doing, you understand. And then why you are doing this, you understand. Then how you do it, you understand too. So first, what you are doing is you concentrate the mind using breathing meditation. Then by Vipassana meditation, you let your wisdom rise and you understand about the nature as it is, and you let your negativities go as much as possible. And then number three, so then you try to attain the real peace and real happiness. So that's what you are doing, right? So how now you know what you are doing, why you are doing, and how you are doing, right? So concentration first, then wisdom second, and then number three, loving kindness third. Okay. And sometimes, so meanwhile, various kinds of past things which happen might come and block you. Again, here too you have to break the chakras. This is another area. So maybe earlier you might have practiced with various kinds of techniques, but they might have not worked. So then don't think that you can't do that. Since maybe those techniques also might have very good side, we couldn't couldn't achieve good success because we didn't do that diligently. So determine, I'm going to give my everything and I'll try my best. I'll try diligently, right? And then then let the past to be in the past, right? Maybe external things might have happened in life, but don't let those things to come and interfere with your spiritual practice. Let me teach you a small story, incident which happened during the Buddhist time. This is a story about a lady who had a very bad fate. So she was born to a very rich family, a millionaire's family, and her name was Patachara. Her name was Patachara, and she was a very beautiful young lady. But she fell in love with the person who works at her home. So understanding that they won't be allowed to marry together, they eloped. That's how it is at that time. So even nowadays, such kind of things are happening, right? It's Bible. Yeah. So both of them eloped, and then this lady was to deliver their first son. And at that time, she asked her husband to go and meet the parents, but he said, no, we can't go. If we go, they'll kill us. Then she said, no, parents are very forgiving. When they see that I'm pregnant, they won't do anything, don't worry. But he was so reluctant, so they delivered the first son. So when she delivered the second son, when she was to deliver the second son, she asked her husband. Then husband gave the same answer. Then she said, no, this time I must go because I know my parents. I want to see them. So they lived in Savasti, modern day Sravasti. So from then urban area, remote area, she started coming. And she kept a message in the close by in the neighbor's house that she is going to meet her parents. Then husband in the evening he came home and found out wife is missing with the eldest child. So then what he did, he ran. So whenever he got the news, he ran after the lady. On the way, both of them met. Then that lady, so along with husband and the eldest son, they were walking forward. And when they were moving forward, it was the monsoon time, and there was a very heavy rain. Very heavy rain. It was pouring, cats and dogs. Then what happened? So there was no any shelter. So she needed a shelter to deliver the son. So because she started having contractions. So the husband went inside the forest to cut a tree and build a temporary shelter for her to deliver the other child, the baby. But what happened? Unexpectedly, he came across a snake, a cobra, and this cobra hit him, and he died on the spot. And so then husband was not there, and without any shelter, lady gave birth to another son. And so she was waiting until her husband come. Since he was not there, She managed everything all by herself, and she went seeking. So she seeking for her husband inside, and then she found his dead body. So by hand, she made a grave, shallow grave, and buried him inside. And along with the eldest son and now the baby, all of them started walking towards shroud, crying. All of them were crying. So when they were moving forward, they met the Achiravati Sriya, right? So it has the same name nowadays. So Achiravati River. So its current was very harsh because previous day there was this heavy rain, and now the current, water current, is so harsh. But still, there was a place where she could walk, swim well towards the other shore, other bank. So taking the youngest child, she swam to the other bank and kept that child in that bank and swam back. So in the middle, on the way, so there was a eagle, not these tiny eagles, huge eagles. There are huge eagles. What do we call them? Hawks? Yeah. So yeah. So one of them came and took that small baby and flew. So she was shouting to chase away the hawk, but what happened? So because of the current, and so because she's very weak, she couldn't shout loudly. So she lost her younger son. While she was shouting, the elder son thought, "Mother is calling him." So he jumped to the river and he went with the flood, with the current. Now she has nobody. So she was crying and she was so weak because of her delivery and lamenting. She only had her mother, father, and the brother. So she was heading towards Savat. And when she reached Savati, she asked some people about she has forgotten the roads. So she asked from someone that she met about her parents and the path towards their home. Then that person said, "So please ask about another family, not about that family." And she said, "That's my family. That's all. Uh, they are the ones that I know here. So please let me know." Then he reluctantly said, "Yesterday there was this heavy rain and there was a landscape. Because of the landscape, his mother, her mother, her father, and the brother, all of them died on the spot." Then she only heard that she became totally crazy. So with the crazy mind, she didn't feel her clothes or anything, no awareness at all. So she was roaming all around Savat. And people saw her and they started throwing stones, saying, "Oh, the mad woman, oh, the mad woman, run away." Then this Patachara somehow got to the path of so she was running from certain people because they were throwing stones at her, hitting stones at her. So she ran inside to Jetavanaram temple while the Buddha was teaching. Then certain people wanted to chase her away, but Buddha said, "Don't do anything, please let her come." Then when she came, when she came, the Buddha very calmly said, "Dear sister, please come into your senses." That's it. She came into her senses and she figured out that she has no clothes, and she closed herself by hand. Then someone in the crowd threw a piece of cloth, so she covered herself. And then Buddha said, so whatever happened in the past, that's happened. You can't change that, but you can change. You can come out of all this suffering. So if you want to come out of all the suffering, so please come to us. Then she accepted, and later she became a nun. She let her past go, even though how hard it is, and she kept on practicing with willingness, strong willingness, and finally attained real peace and real happiness. So willingness is very important. How hard is the past? I don't think you might have lost such kind of such amount of people in your life. Still, you have many dear ones to embrace. So still you can let your past, the unfortunate incidents go. You can concentrate here and now. Work very ardently for yourself with willingness. And finally, may all of you be able to attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Right? With those thoughts, we are going to finish. Everyone, please think. Today, too, we practice this noble non-sectarian meditation technique and accumulated a lot of good energy. By the power of that good energy, may all our difficulties be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to have long lives with comfort, mental and physical strength, and beauty and wisdom. Practicing the Dhamma path very ardently. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Please concentrate. Abhivadana sinise nichang baddha pachayino Yataro dhamma vaddanti ayuvangno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjato. May all be well, may all be happy, may all be very peaceful. Sukhi Hotu. See you all in the next week. Sukhi Hotu. Right. Good night, Jaime. Good night, Mr. Howard.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
May you be happy. So cute. Good night, Mrs. Diane.
Good night, sir. Thank you so much for these beautiful teachings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Rahul and Pragati.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much. Good
May
night.
you be happy. Good night. Good night, Bipul.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Jaime.
Good night, Bhante.
Yeah. Good
Thank
night,
you.
Sahana and Arjit. Right. Good night, Shireen.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Bhante. Good
Oh,
night. Sorry, I
good.
couldn't unmute the phone.
All right, right. No problem, Sahana and
Hope
Arjit.
you're doing well, Bhante.
Yes, I am doing very fine. I'm doing very
Thank-
fine. Hope both of you are doing fine over there too.
Yes, we are doing well, Bhante. Thank you.
Me be happy.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Good night to everyone. Good night.